Hi, Janet, JDK Counseling. I hope you're all doing well. I want to talk with you today about the reality that doing what you do matters. And the reason I'm talking about this today is I've been having a lot of conversations this past week with clients and with people generally. And there's a feeling from a lot of people that what they're doing just doesn't matter. It's not good enough, or we can't make good enough decisions, and feeling frustrated to the point of why try, because it just doesn't matter. William James, who is a philosopher and psychologist, says that we should act as if what we do makes a difference, because it does. It really does. And sometimes it's just hard for us to see, because when we're in times like this, when there's so much going on around us and we are up against such big odds, the little bits of things that we don't do can't really knock those big problems out in and of themselves, that one tiny little thing that we do. But collectively, all these things keep us going. And I'm not just talking here about masks and social distancing and those kinds of things, which are incredibly important, but I'm talking more about us showing up as the people we are, working to be our best selves every day, in the midst of what's going on. That does matter. And I want to give you some examples of how that matters. I'm going to refer to my notes probably a little more than I usually do, because I've given this a lot of thoughts. Um, getting up with the kids, a lot of whom are going back to virtual learning, and being with them and struggling with them through yet another day matters. It matters to them that you're with them. um, Walking into the trenches of caring for the most vulnerable in our world. Certainly the sick in hospitals, those in skilled care and memory care facilities, the poor foster kids, the dying amongst us. Walking in there with courage, doing the next right thing, the only thing we can do, matters. First responders, and again, walking into some of the dangers that they face. Frontline essential workers, grocery store workers, retail workers, truck drivers, all those people who are out there doing these everyday things for all of us. What you do matters. People who are trying to provide humor in the midst of this, trying to provide some hope in the midst of this. It matters. Spouses and partners, couples turning towards each other, doing some kind little gesture in the midst of those times when you're making each other crazy. It matters that you turn toward each other. People putting up way more holiday decorations and lights like they normally do, or than they normally do, just to brighten things up for themselves and the world around them. That matters. Doing those little things like paying for coffee in the drive-through for the car behind you. Kindnesses like that matter. Saying I'm sorry when you're wrong and trying to put pieces of relationships back together matters in this day and age. It matters all the time. Offering to help and listening to what people need, not assuming that you know what they need, but offering to help and listening and following through as you can matters. Caring for yourself so that you can care for others matters. And the thing is, and I could go on with more and more and more examples, the thing is, we don't need to know how what we do matters. We just need to know that it does. We may know a year from now, we may know 5 years from now, we may know 20 years from now, or possibly we'll never know exactly because people won't tell us. But having been a hospice chaplain and sitting at the bedside of those who are dying, I can tell you that what we do and what people do to us or for us matters. It matters the kind of life we live, and it matters the kind of end of life, quite honestly, that we have. So never doubt that what you do every day matters. And if you don't believe it today, act as if you do. Act as if you believe that it matters and do it anyway, because it does. Take care, everybody. Be well. You matter.